Pick review! Alrighty folks, we got the good stuff. I'm gonna cover up the label. But this is mine. This is Purple Plectrums, and I know what it is, and I'm excited about it. This is not the day that I'm gonna film everything, so you guys are gonna see a grand change of clothes, and we're gonna do a few days worth of review because we got a lot of them. Here we go. This is exciting. This is like the best unboxing ever. I love guitar picks. Oh my goodness. They are huge. Folks, look at this. This is what I've been using. It could eat this. Look at the size of this thing. This, my friends, is the Purple Heart. It's a heart shape. Plectrum, how cool! And this is the standard of the mid-tech series. It's a thick one. I'm pretty sure that's the, I think this is the 12 millimeter. I love the color though. It's like a salmon-y reddish. It looks pink on the camera, but it's more of a red. It feels good, it is smooth. Always attention to detail on these. This is good stuff. Who has a pick like this, folks? Who has one of these? Nobody. Purple Plectrums, right here. Get you some heart pick. And here's the last one. This is a different kind of mid-tech. I wasn't expecting this one. Thank you, Tad. I'll have to double check on what this even is. I think this is just the small mid-tech. This is the standard. I'm pretty positive this is the small series. Same thing, just a little smaller. So, hand-sanded, thermoplastic, and if I'm not mistaken, this one is 3D printed. What is up, folks? So this begins the official review of the new series of Purple Plectrums that have come out. All of these are super affordable from the mid-tech series. All of these that I'm going to show you guys are under $20. So, this is the standard. This is a big one, folks. This is a 12 millimeter, and it's CNC'd. It's not tumbled, which is what saves you the money, but it's hand sanded. And really, I can't really tell a lot of a difference. There is a difference, so if you put them side by side, one next to the handcrafted, you're definitely going to tell, and just as an artist, you're going to feel the difference as you play with it. And it doesn't have the acrylics. That's the biggest difference for these, is you just don't get acrylics in it, which is cool, but if you're on a budget, this is the pick for you. This is my new favorite Plectrum that I have. Boom. This one, I love it. It's this weird salmon color, and I like it, and it just feels right. For me, it sits perfectly in my hand where I want it to go. So, super sharp on the tip, right? Once again, mid-tech series. So this is also in that same genre. Quite a bit of difference, right? Both of these cut on a CNC machine, hand sanded. 5.5 millimeter, 12 millimeter. A little bit of difference, right? Both feel really good to play with. It's hard to explain what these really feel like because it's not so much a sound thing, it is a feeling. And the purpose of a big plectrum is a control thing. With a smaller pick, sometimes you get too focused on how you're holding it, and you've got to focus on grip and not dropping it and all this stuff. And really, the control comes for me when I get a bigger pick in my hand. And I've told people this before, like, it makes me lighter handed. And what I mean by that is smaller movements make a much bigger difference. Whereas with a smaller pick, even something this small, or, well, in comparison to this, you have to manipulate a little bit more to get what you want from it. And with this, it just makes me more precise with my movements. So as I'm picking, I have more control over my instrument. So that's the biggest thing I've noticed with Purple Plectrum that I really like and enjoy with the big picks. And you can almost feel the resonance as you hit the strings through the pick because it's so large. Really cool. Now, like I said, this one is a 5mm, done the same way as the one that I just showed you, but it's 5mm. So if you're interested in getting into purple Plextrums, this is for you. And they make this same size even in a 3D printed, which is even cheaper. So if you're wanting to get into a bigger pick, I would probably start a little bigger. I started with a 6mm, this is a 5.5. But my 6mm was a lot longer and wider than this one. I love the color on this. I like the gray. The gray is really cool. But this salmon's not bad. There's a huge bee outside my window right now. Salmon. So if you're really concerned about getting a big pick, this is a good place to start. Feels great. It's not going to wear out anytime soon on you. I've been through these a lot. I feel really well versed with purple Plectrum. The first time that I ever had one and I reviewed it, I had played it a lot. But now I've really played them a lot, and I've really got the feel for how they play and how they wear. I haven't noticed any kind of wear on them. I have abused these picks. I've got a prototype, which I will just barely show you. It's 3D printed. I went to town on that thing several times. I tried to hurt it, and I couldn't do it. To give you a little story, this box right here contains a bass. And I love it. It's just for fun. I don't claim to be a bass player, but I destroyed normal picks on that. Just normal plastic celluloid picks. I would have flakes of them falling off of my bass from playing hard on it. That, nothing. So if you're concerned about wear and the life of your pick, this is for you. Obviously, there's no flex in this. This is a solid pick, which is what I like. So, moving along. This is the most fun thing that I've gotten from Tad so far. Check it out. This is the Purple Heart. Comes in all different colors. There's not just a purple one. And it's 3D printed. How cool. And the fun of this is more just a novelty thing, but I think there's a really good concept behind it. Because everybody tries to make, let me get a pick. Everybody wants to make a little groove in their pick this way for their thumb to sit for whatever reason, but that doesn't really work. It's a personal thing because everybody puts their thumb in a different place on their pick, right? So if you put just one slot, it's going to feel funny for somebody else. But with this, it's cut all the way down. So not so much for your thumb, which your thumb does sit in it well, but look at that. It gets right in there, man. This is infused at 550 degrees Fahrenheit, folks. This is pretty crazy stuff. It's made out of nylon stock. So a little different as far as weight goes from the thermoplastics. So this is a lot heavier than this, even though this is quite a bit bigger. So that's a factor too. With all the 3D printed stuff, they're going to be slightly lighter than their thermoplastic counterpart. So basically anything that you buy on Plextrum is going to have a 3D printed alternative. From what I understand, this does not have a thermoplastic version yet because of the weird shape. That'd be really hard to cut. But yeah, these are all 3D printed from nylon stock. Boom. And it's actually a blast to play with. It's just so different. It makes you creative. That's why that I enjoy purple Plectrum. I'm not getting paid to say this. It's just fun to do reviews. And I love them. They're awesome. But when you're playing with something like this, it forces you to play outside the box. You think immediately, this is not a normal pick, and you don't play like you normally would. It makes you creative instantly upon putting this in your hand. That's the big appeal for purple Plectrums. That's why I love them. That's why that I'm basically playing solely with these now. They're awesome. Folks, it is time to jam! So we're going to start out with the small one from the Mid-Tech series, Shabam. And we're just going to give you guys some clean tones first, you ready? So to start off, just a basic E. Now the bigger one. And now the heart-shaped one. This one sounds a lot brighter to me for whatever reason. I'm assuming it's just the nylon stock, but it does sound brighter. To me, these two sound pretty much exactly the same because they are the same material, so they're going to yield to the string about the same. It's just the thickness. So, very slight difference in the sound. Nothing you would ever catch over YouTube, especially with the compression that they put on it. So, let's go back and forth between the big one and the 3D printed one. Ready? Let's try a G this time. Right? Here we go. Just ever so slightly, it sounds brighter to my ear, but who knows? Really, this isn't about the sound so much as it's about the feel. So if I can play something and give you guys a description of how it feels to play with this pick, then I've done my job well. So. Who says you can't play fast with a big pick? Instantly, I feel at home with this pick. This pick, for me, is perfect. It's exactly the thickness that I want. It's the right size. It's the right feel. It just makes me feel good when I'm playing. That's what Purple Plectrums is all about. To give you that feeling that you feel totally comfortable, totally at home when you pick it up. One chord, you guys saw that instantly. It felt better to me than the little one. Now, you guys may have a different opinion of that because it's personal preference. That's why they make everything from this guy to the little fella that I just chucked across the room. Another benefit to the big picks, you can't drop it in there. That's great. Look, you're not gonna lose it. It's the best. So, as I sit here thinking, how can I best communicate to you the feeling that you get with Purple Plectrums? All of a sudden, it hit me. I cannot play guitar for you guys well enough to describe the feeling. So, how do I show you without this, like, cut and dry, just playing guitar for a camera? How do I best express how Purple Plectrum makes me feel as a player? And then it hit me. Go play it! Everywhere! So much for watching the video today. Y'all are awesome. Be sure to like the video, subscribe for more, and we will see you next time. Boom!